guides or notice the hidden cameras in their classroom. But will they be able to hide their excitement once the magic begins?
Hello everyone. Hello. My name is Miss Goldston and I'm going to be taking your class today. So we're going to be doing a bit of science and a bit of geography mixed together. We're learning all about water purification. Now I've got a bowl of water here on the table and this is going to represent the water that we buy in the supermarkets.
Watch that bowl of clear water very closely. That's where the magic's going to happen.
Now, depending on where this water comes from, it has to go through different purification processes to make it clean enough for us to drink. Now, not many people realise this, but a lot of our water starts off very dark and dirty and contaminated.
How did that happen? She's turned it from clear water to dirty water right before their eyes.
And depending on where that water has come from, it has different chemical elements in it.
Catherine started to muddy the waters of this lesson, but they still don't suspect a thing.
Now, for example, our purified water often comes from lakes, it comes from rivers and wetlands, and you can find something called magnesium in it. Now, magnesium is a chemical element, and I've got some red sand here, and this is going to represent the magnesium. Okay, so we're going to put this into our water.
So she's poured the red sand into the bowl and it's dissolved into the dirty water.
There we go. Now another chemical element that's found is iron. And I've got some yellow sand here to represent the iron. So again, this is going to go into our water. Okay, and again, we're going to mix that in.
Now the yellow sand has been added to the dirt in that water.
There we go. And finally, I've got some blue sand here. Now this blue sand is representative of the chlorine that's found in the water. Okay, so this is going to go in as well. Like that. And again, it's all mixed up together.
Catherine's added the blue sand to the water and that's dissolved too. The magic's about to happen. Keep your eyes on that bowl.
As I said, all these chemical elements are dissolved into the water. So for the water to be safe for us to drink, we need to take all these chemical elements out.
They're with you, Catherine. They totally believe you're a teacher. Now reel them in with the magic.
So there are a lot of different processes that we can use for that. Now one of the processes is called a pressure filter system. Now this is when all the water is put into a big tank and put under pressure and squeezed through a filter.
There's nothing in our hands or up our sleeves.
Now this is often used to remove magnesium and it's actually brought back to its solid form. Like that.
She's pulled the red sand right out of the water, and it's dry.
Isn't that clever? Now, another process that's quite often used is something called a slow sand system. Now, this can take a long time. It can take up to 10 days for the water to pass through the sand. But this is used a lot to take out the iron.
Now she's pulled out the yellow sand, and it's dry. The class can't believe it, and there's more where that came from.
And now the final process that's used is boiling the water. Now when we boil the water, it actually separates the contaminated water with the pure water and allows us to take out all the chlorine.
It's been purified by some pure magic.
Like that. Now just remember everybody, that was just a demonstration of how you purify water. So I don't want you trying to purify puddles outside or your bath water at home so you can turn it into drinking water. That does give you some idea about how our water comes from the source and into the bottles of water that we drink.
The water's dirty and now it's time for Catherine to come clean.
So, would you all like to know a secret? Yeah? What you just saw then, that wasn't really just a water demonstration. That was actually a magic trick, because I'm not a teacher, I'm a magician, and all of you have been set up by your parents and your teachers, and you're all being filmed right now. There's a camera over there, and there's a camera over there, and there's a camera over there. You're all going to be able to
Catherine's trick with sand used sleight of hand and it deceived my eyes. But how did the class see it?
At first I was really confused because in my mind I was like, how supposed to do that. Just don't know what happened over here. Wow. Can't believe it.
They couldn't believe it because the coloured sands disappeared into the water, but all came out dry.
All the chlorine.
That was weird. Because you can't do that because it all dissolves in the water.
An incredible trick, and this class didn't realise. See you later, but until then, if you're at school and you think something magical's occurring, maybe you'll find yourself shouting, "Help! My supply teacher is still magic!"